Mike Perlack here to entertain you with the help of SIXX AM. I'm face down on the track. The train is coming fast, and it's not derailing. It's not the first time, and this won't be the last, that my heart is failing. Recent Goodwill find, the Heroin Diaries Soundtrack. I actually, for a split second, thought it was from a movie. There's a movie called The Heroin Diaries. But no, it's just a gimmick. This is why I buy CDs at the Goodwill. I don't buy as many as I used to because I have everything now, but I guess I don't have everything because I discovered this one. I would say because of track 5, track called Tomorrow, I would say their Daughtry meets, and because of track 8, a track called Dead Man's Ballet, Daughtry meets Meatloaf and something else. And it took me 24 hours to figure out what the something else was, and it finally hit me this morning. Rocky Horror Picture Show. The CD is basically that. Daughtry meets Meatloaf with dash, I guess, of Rocky Horror Picture Show. Mainly because of the format. That's why, yeah. The way it's formatted, it's very musical. There's even a track on here called Van Nuys, which is supposed to be a town or city or whatever in California. And unique perspective. Another reason why I buy CDs the way I do. Yeah, definitely a unique perspective. I would imagine over the years I've gotten things in the mail from California, the place called Van Nuys. Yeah. Let's just say I would wager that Van Nuys is probably not quite as wholesome of a city in California as say Sherman Oaks. I grew up in the Midwest. You may not have thought that I knew anything about Sherman Oaks. I've never been a heroin addict, but the only drugs that I've been addicted to in my life is sugar and salt. But that doesn't mean I can't relate to some of the stuff on this CD. And I'm enjoying it. The Heroin Diary Soundtrack. Not a movie. All right, I'm not going to make this too long. I got to go to sleep, but yeah, it sure was fun watching the press secretary make a fool out of that dumb activist disguised as a journalist. She had to explain how tariffs works to this guy. Apparently, he didn't understand that, and that's really the big problem in our world. The press secretary is, although not my type, for the type she is quite attractive. I'm partial to brunettes, but but for the type she is quite attractive, and she's one smart cookie. You know, it's like the U.S. has been being ripped off by foreign countries for years. Years. Since World War II, I would argue. And you talk about people of sovereign nations. Well, it's the global elitists who are benefiting from the American taxpayers these last, since World War II. Not regular people in these sovereign nations. It's really quite sad when you think about it. The U.S. Taxpayer has sacrificed so much of their hard-earned dollars over the years to help elitists all over the world, including here at home. That's why goodbye to the Department of Education. It's gone. Thank God. Get rid of that BS. We don't need it. That's why I got, because we got to vote in April 1st, so getting all kinds of mail, and oh, I got to vote for this person for unions. Flunk unions. No, I'm voting for the other guy. The other guy who made check marks against unions. F unions. Can't do your job. You can't do your job. That's why you got these college rioters. They do, and the reason they're rioting, they don't understand money. This is why, thank God for Trump and Elon Musk and what they're doing. It's no longer going to be one size fits all for everybody. The individual is going to matter again. Thank God we have a businessman as a president. With that, I'm just going to end this. It'll probably be just a journal entry. But I'll probably just end and reiterate my video short that I posted this earlier this evening, which already has 30-something views on it. But, yeah, by that quote from Thomas Sowell, there's nothing more ridiculous than giving decision-making power to one who is not accountable for the decisions made. In other words, to put it another, in layman's term, put it another way, nobody was ever lynched on a committee board. Well, I guess there is a silver lining to all this. Rosie O'Donnell left the country. And on that high note, I guess I'll end here. Mike Barilak, good night.